Nerd On.
Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly show where I go over some of the most interesting news in gaming. This week we finally learned some details about Death Stranding's gameplay, we jump into some news about Kingdom Hearts 3, and then we're going to wrap it up with the story of the week, the reveal and announcement of Battlefield 5. Let's jump into it. Jumping right into it, we finally have some details into how Death Stranding's gameplay might play out. It seems like in an interview with Games Radar, Mads Mikkelsen, one of the stars of the game, informed us that the game would focus on player collaboration. It's going to feature a sort of world concept that revolves around collaboration from different people from different parts of the world. It's worth noting that previously, Norman Reedus did inform us that the game would have elements of social media, so it looks like to progress this game forward in some way, it is going to require the collaboration of the entire player base, which is definitely a pretty new concept in the world of video games. It seems like Kojima is definitely set to try something new with Death Stranding, which is something that I can get pretty excited about, especially in a landscape where things are getting a little samey and everyone's borrowing off of each other. So it'll be really nice to see something genuinely new that has the potential to move video games forward into a more positive social space. I'm definitely very intrigued and hopefully we'll learn more in just a couple weeks. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm super excited for this game, and of course the game looks incredible as we've seen in some of the closed door previews, but the good news here is that we're going to be able to get our hands on it during E3. It's been officially announced by Square Enix, and it will be available at the Square Enix booth during the show. I'll be there for one, so I'll be able to report to you exactly how fun this game is. Now, whether or not we'll be able to see more than just what we've seen from the select previews remains to be seen. There's a good chance it's going to be the exact same footage as we've seen before, but it would be nice to at least maybe get another trailer or something just to start to build a little bit more about the plot of the game. That would be pretty cool. Finally, let's move on to the story of the week, and that is, of course, the announcement and reveal of Battlefield 5. This one is now set in World War II, and it looks pretty awesome. We got a pretty sweet reveal trailer from EA, and has a couple really cool new features that is definitely evolving the franchise forward. First off, right off the bat, there will be no premium pass for Battlefield 5. All of the game's post-release content will be available for players for free. This is definitely a nice change after EA's and DICE's last debacle with Battlefront 2. Now, of course, there's a very, very good chance that we will have microtransactions of some kind, but from the trailer that we've seen, there's a good chance it's going to be mostly cosmetic, if not all cosmetic. There seems to be a lot of ornamentation on some of these items here seen in the trailer. Some of the vehicles have things like horse heads. The female protagonist is shown with a hook hand, so that might be something that you can mod into. Aside from that, the game is of course set in World War II, and the story is set to be focusing on smaller World War II stories that don't get covered too much in media, including video games. It'll be definitely nice to move away from the traditional D-Day invasion scene. We've seen that quite enough. Now, of course, one of the bigger rumors was whether or not Battlefield 5 would be getting a Battle Royale mode. This was around the same time where we learned that there might be a Battle Royale mode coming for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And as we learned last week, Black Ops 4 is in fact getting a Battle Royale mode. Well, it turns out that Battlefield 5 will not be getting a Battle Royale mode. Instead, they're going to focus on expanding their operations mode with grand operations that feature an extra round at the end called Last Stand, kind of like a sudden death. Now, aside from that, EA does have its own panel during E3, so we can expect to learn a lot more about Battlefield 5 then. The game is coming out October 19th, so there's a pretty strong chance that it's going to be playable during the show. I, for one, really hope so because there's a lot of really cool new mechanics in the game that might make combat a lot more interesting. Anyways, that brings us to the end of the news for the week. How do you feel about Death Stranding's direction and gameplay? Are you excited for Kingdom Hearts during E3? And are you excited for Battlefield 5? Let's discuss. Anyways, be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for weekly news right here on Nerd On. Thanks for watching, happy gaming, and I will see you all next time.